You check your phone 200 times a day. You don't remember most of it, but the platforms do. They've been profiling you, shaping you, even addicting you without your consent. Social media platforms are built on feedback loops that are designed to train you like a little lab rat. Every scroll just rewires your brain, and not metaphorically speaking, literally. The result is shorter attention spans, high anxiety, and the quiet erosion of your sense of self. But instead of giving you the 500th TED talk about how your phone's melting your brain, I want to talk about something a little bit more subtle, the more quietly devastating aspects of social media, the loss of individuality through the absence of silence and focus.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Trapped in the Timeline. I'm Half,
And I'm Dre.
and this is episode 16. And today we are going to be talking about, is your personality even yours anymore? I mean, through all this social media stuff and everybody, basically biting and copycatting on everything. And when it comes to words we use and terms and slang, and I mean, just how everybody flexes and how everybody wants to pretend they live a life that they really don't. You know what I mean? So we're just gonna get into that whole social media aura of how people, like personalities have just changed over the years. So what do you think about that, Dre?
What up, though?
What up, though?
What up, though?
What up, though?
And I ain't even from Detroit,
But
but I'm saying it.
everybody's
Everybody
saying it.
else saying it. So, yeah, I think it has a big effect on all of us. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And, because there's a lot of motherfuckers running around here doing it, saying these same little sayings or doing the same little things. It's visual, too. You got all these people putting tattoos on their face now when that wasn't a thing before, but now it's a trend. It don't even look scary no more. It's just like, ha ha, he put another tattoo on his face. What's this one say? You know?
Right. Remember when we were coming up, bro, when we were kids, like how the different coasts and the different like areas where you lived at, everybody had different terms. Everybody talked different. You remember that? Like
Yeah,
the
dead
East Coast,
ass, dead
East
ass.
Coast people were motherfucking son and B and done and all
Man,
that. And
that
West Coast,
that's
we
how it
had our
is, kid.
lingo,
I mean, that's
kid, and
that's that's just the way it go. So,
man,
I mean, cause way we was growing up, you had to have that type of slang. So soon as you walked or talked with somebody, you knew exactly where they was. Like if you went down
yeah.
south and you hear them saying "whoa they" or "baby," you know what I'm saying? You kind of knew in that turn, like, okay, I'm talking to a South dude. But now everybody's saying everything. Like, you don't, I mean, you got East
Every
Coast slang mixed with South slang, mixed with West Coast slang, mixed with gang banging slang. I mean, you got all this shit out here. So, you got niggas putting it on hood that ain't even from a hood.
man,
So
hood.
they just saying it because it sound cool.
Man,
You
on the
know?
dead homies.
Yeah, and ain't none of they homies dead.
Man,
Ain't got
you
one
see, you
dead
hear
homie.
6-year-old like on the dead, like,
Yeah.
what are you
I heard that the other day. White girl like on the dead homies, ready to get it in. Like she was like didn't have one dead homie.
Right.
So it's
Man,
like, and you hear everybody say it, so it's like, fuck it, put it on the alive homie. Cause all y'all
right.
putting it on the dead homies, and some of y'all ain't never even probably had a dead homie. So it's crazy. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
all these people faking it to make it. And it's
Uh,
fun to watch the growth too.
right. Yeah, no, it is. It's crazy though. And all that is through social media. People see all these, posts and people and they think, oh, that's cool, and they just pick up on that stuff. As
Yeah.
from before, we didn't have that type of reach. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? The only time if you went, if you had family or something that lived on, on the East Coast in New York or something, and you went out there for, a hot summer or a couple weeks or something, but it didn't rub off you like that. Now people just watch posts and watch things and they can just pretend like they're just from a whole, you know what I mean? Just from the
Well,
way they speak.
yeah. I mean, and the females, they got the same rap. All of them. I don't want no broke nigga, and I gotta get
Oh,
me a
that's a
fat
whole
ass. You know what I'm saying?
man.
That's their number one thing, and what they all doing, following the trend. They all following the trend.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to break the trend and be the skinny, cute girl that's, ain't so ratchet. Everybody wants to be ratchet. They want to have a fat ass and they want to talk
It's just
that
like
shit.
it's like an NPC culture we live in. You know what I mean?
Well,
Everybody doing the same. There's no
yeah.
individuality. Everybody doing the
Well, you
same
can't
thing.
be because soon as I come out here and start being an individual and got my own slang and all that, somebody's gonna copy it and run with it. So
Yeah.
there is no individuality. That shit's out the window. Once you start doing it and you get a little hot with a little bit of your own slang and off that, I mean, come on, man. As soon as that little slang and lingo you got, oh yeah, you're gonna be hearing a 6-year-old say it somewhere in fucking Arkansas. And you're gonna be like, damn. And the next thing you know, everybody's saying
It's like back in the, like E40. We know E40 and the Bay, they started a lot of slang stuff and
it.
hot
Mm-hmm.
words and it would spread and people would know exactly where it came from.
Well, yeah. Well, E40 is probably the number one with the slang like that. I
Yeah.
mean, you ain't gonna be able to keep up with him. But
No.
but still, you got a lot of this slang out there and people are using it, I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all done been locked in on some stuff and now everybody's locked in. You hear reporters using it, you hear sports people using it, you hear everybody using it.
Everybody. Old
And
people, young
yeah.
people.
I mean, I was watching a show, you hearing a white girl talking about she's standing on business. And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Okay, good lord, now everybody's standing on business." So
Right.
I'm like, you hear everybody saying it. So it's just the way we're in, and these words and these lingos, it's hidden. I
Feels
mean,
like we're just all becoming the same person though. You know what I mean? And that shit kinda
yeah,
sucks.
it does, it
That
does,
shit sucks. It
it
just kinda
does.
takes away from the whole
Yeah,
human experience. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody's different. Everybody,
yeah.
we're all different individuals and shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
cause I mean, you can be on the East Coast and a nigga can hit you up like, "Yo, cuz." And,
Yeah.
to a West Coast motherfucker, that sounds a little
That's some
weird.
gangbanging
It
shit.
sounds a little weird, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Even though we know it goes on, it just still sounds a little weird, you know? It's
Man.
just that's just the way it goes, but I mean, nowadays you got everybody saying the same shit.
Do you feel like everyone uses the same phrases, humor, and even like opinion? Like everybody seems to have a lot of the same opinions nowadays, right?
Well, yeah, everybody's trying to point the finger in the same direction and go the same direction. That's what it is. And that's what's going on now. So
Do you think those are their real beliefs, or do you think they're just trying to get to the bag?
hell no, they trying to get to the bag, and once they get to the bag, then it starts fueling them a little bit more, so it's like, if you gonna crash out and start acting like a crash test dummy for this bag, and then here we go, you know what I'm saying? If I can get maybe these baddies to fight all day long, and it boosts the ratings, and now they get a bag, but you selling your real character, because we know some of these people ain't like that, and you start falling to this narrative and playing into it, because this is like a movie, and now you're a character, but now you don't know when to shut it off.
Right.
So, and now you actually become a brand and a business because now if you are doing that, now it's like we want more content. We want more content. So if you're not selling yourself, in this selling media, then you're gonna go broke, or you're gonna, your little 3-month window is gonna be over.
Yeah, no, that's true. Cause like you said, it's a 3-month window. You better take that hot 15 minutes of fame and make it what you can. But yeah, no, it just seems like everything, man, whenever you turn on, any social media apps, everything is just the same. You're looking at the same thing. Could be just a different person, but the same, you know what I mean? The same, they're saying the same thing or they're doing the same thing. Everybody's always flexing. And
Let them
that's another thing. What do you think about the whole, when, flexing it or people like just pretending to be rich
let them cook.
online? Let them cook,
Let
huh?
them cook. You know how gorillas say, "Let them cook." We all talking about it. We all letting them cook. So, yeah, let them go on and play rich. You know what I'm saying? Because it's at the end of the day, it's entertainment, unless that money's coming my way. I mean, who am I to judge and be mad about it, I mean, if you not doing what you supposed to be doing and you playing rich and it's hurting your own self, then that's when it's self-destruction. But still, it can still be my entertainment because hey, that's on you. Just be you. That's what they say. But it's hard because we're all watching all these other people. And of course, everybody likes certain stuff and you emulate. I mean, sometimes you kind of push out what you like. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right, and do you think people, like, when it comes to people who are famous and more rich and stuff, of obviously more people wanna act, try to do more things and be like them, so because they think that's a quicker way to get to the bag, you know what I mean? "Oh, if I like the things he likes and I" you know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, that's what I mean with all this face tattoo shit. Like
Yeah.
that they're thinking, okay, that's the coolest shit right now. That's gonna get me popular, and people. As soon as I come in, that's a conversation piece. People gonna be talking about it, and then bam, there it is. So that's why you see a rise in that. A lot of them getting the tattoos, but now you see some of the people trying to remove their shit. Like, let me go take this off. I was just trying to, you know, follow the crowd, and that really ain't me.
Yeah. So how do you think social media really like kind of changes people's thinking and to make it into something that they saw on social media, now they want to think that way just to kind of follow in that line.
Follow the leader. I mean, you gonna get that because what's the main job? Influencer.
Mm.
So I'm influencing you to do probably some of the stuff that I want to do. Talk the way I want to talk, walk the way I want to walk, look the way I want to look, act the way I want to act because you're liking my results. Because you're sitting here becoming a fan, becoming a follower, you hitting like. What is all those things saying? You like what I'm doing. So therefore, you are a follower. You are a motherfucking fan. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm the main character, and here I go. I gotta live up to this now because if I don't, I'm out of here. Nobody's gonna be talking about me. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's true.
Unless you got a good platform, and that's another thing we don't talk about. What about the person that has the platform versus the person that's the draw, you know? Because you have that part too. You have some people that are the social media draw, but they don't really have the platform. So are they being used? Because now I can bring one of those draws on our platform and boom, maybe we blow up and get a whole bunch of views and now this person is, we can doctor it up, benefit off of it the way we want to, but maybe cut that person out. That's something they don't talk about.
Right. No, yeah, no, we've seen a lot of podcasts or even, you know what I mean, so they do that. They'll bring somebody in that has a hot name for a quick second,
Right.
use that name, and that's it.
And they may just not really be that person either.
Right.
You're just hot because you were hot on this show, or maybe something you did real quick went viral to get you hot, and now you're trying to live up to that moment. You
Right.
get some of those too. Like we all seen the Hot Tui girl, she was hot for a whole quick minute and then trying to live up to it, doing a few little shows. That really wasn't her.
No,
It
that's not her
wasn't.
li yeah.
It wasn't her. It was just she tried to capitalize off of it, but that's not
Well, she
really
did
her.
through that cryptocurrency scam that they did. She came up off of that. I don't know.
And that's back to trying to get a bag,
Yeah,
right?
trying to
She
get to the
wasn't trying to
bag.
have a longevity. She was trying to make that quick bag off that quick viral moment and stretch it out for a little bit, but wasn't really in this lane. And she was trying to become something that she wasn't to stay in this lane.
Right.
That's what you would have had to do. And we see that didn't work out. So
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people, they rely on the external validation through these apps and stuff and wanting the likes and all that stuff. And I understand, you know what I mean?
and
Just
that
the kind of
goes
life we live now.
and that goes back to these companies putting that shit in front of our face like that.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to
Yeah.
put a like button on there. You don't have to put a follow. You don't have to put all that shit. You know what I'm saying? A comment section. What if it was just pictures and people just, oh yeah, I seen it. That's it.
Wow. That's true.
But you putting all that other shit, that makes it competition.
And that make, that's what's causing everybody to be addicted.
Yeah, because it may, oh, he got this many, like, oh, she got the, you just seen everybody's picture on your timeline. No likes, no comments, no follows. You know what I'm saying? You just see the picture. Oh, that's a nice picture. That's cool. All right, go to the next shit. But now you be, we looking at it. We human. You see it. Oh, you look at a person's pro. You see they followers. How many people they following? How many likes they got? All that. Yeah. So don't think that don't play a part,
Absolutely it does.
and especially young people because they shout it out and brag about it. or people, not even young people, everything.
People in general.
Yeah, people in general, because they celebrate it. Oh, we got a this
When,
many subscribers,
but yeah,
so
when they're and then or if somebody's getting into it with somebody, what's how many followers you got?
yep, yep,
How many
yep,
subscribers? Shit, I got too many subscribers.
yep, yep.
Like,
Mhm.
what the fuck?
Hell yeah, like,
That's
yep,
how we range shit now?
yep, like, your page ain't popping, you know what I'm
Like, what
saying? They go
the
look at your shit like, "Oh, yeah." And not only just that, I mean, go look at the workforce. They'll
yeah,
look at your shit too.
yeah.
So, and you be over there looking like, "Oh, we looked at your page. Oh, okay. Like, nah, you don't fit our description. Oh no, you don't fit what we got going on here." But may look at somebody else's page. Their page is popping. Okay, we need that energy over here. You
Right.
know, bing. And that's another one, energy. We all using that word too. I just used it right now. So, bam. But yeah, everybody's talking about, you gotta have this energy, that energy, And so, yeah, so we all get caught up with this lingo from social media, and it's influencing the world, it's taking over.
Yeah, it just spread and I mean, it just social media, what it does, it opens you up to the world. We never been opened up to the whole world like this where we could see everything everywhere at all times, live and everything.
Yeah, because you gotta think about it, you had to go to that place to kinda get that
Fuck
that
yeah.
that culture experience if you went to the East Coast or you went down south to kinda see how they lived and see how it was popping down there, versus then now you got a live view, I
Yeah,
mean,
you just
from
watch it.
yeah, you could just tap in, I mean, type in anything and, go see that region, go see how it's living. Somebody got some videos up there posted, so
Like most of the East Coast knew how the West Coast and LA living was through fucking Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society.
right.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those old movies and
Yeah,
shit.
just like how we was looking at them through like Juice and New
Exactly.
Jersey Drive and Belly and they
Jack
hood
City
movies,
and
New
all that.
Jack City, and stuff like that. We like, okay, that's how the East Coast is, and down south same way. So it was more or less like if you didn't go down there, and then when I went down south, actually it was a whole different experience. I got to understand they little shit down there when versus like the whole strip club shit, like their strip club versus California strip clubs back then. I mean, nigga, it was a big difference. Like,
It's more of a party club
man,
situation
you had everybody in there. It was like this the spot. Everybody in there. Like
versus
shit.
out here, it would just be guys
Yeah,
and
just tricks, little white girls dancing. It was a boring vibe.
good looking.
Yeah, it wasn't all, it wasn't turned up like that. Down there, that shit was off the chain. Like, and you smoking up in there, drinking, everybody in there chilling. Like it was the place you could just feel it. Like it was the place to be at. Like, okay, yeah, this is it. It was a whole different vibe. It wasn't about just tricking on pussy. It was a whole different vibe.
Do you think that that people ever get tired of this and kind of, break off from it and kind of just become individuals again and
Hell
or do you
no.
think is this is for life?
Hell nah, cause once you get that little narrative on you, only way you break off from it is you gotta stop doing it, which means you would, you know what I'm saying, gotta get off the internet and then you just go live your life. I mean, but if you still posting and still wanna be out there and you really get viral and hot and keep that name and you can have a good run, then it's kinda stuck with you then. But I mean, if you only have like that short run, then people will know you for that, but it'll fade. But if you've been doing it for a while, like what's his name? The little streamer that just got off, Kai Cenat. Like, but you see him, he been doing it for so long, that's what you're known for.
And he got it to the point where he's still making bread off of it.
That's what
Don't
I'm
even got
saying.
a stream.
But he's still known for it. So regardless, you're still known for that. Versus the Hot
Right.
Tui girl, that was only a short run.
She was known for saying one thing online.
But regardless, she got known. We know who
Yeah.
she is for that, but we're not gonna hold her to that because we like that was just something very short,
That was a random thing.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna hold her to that. Versus him, you gonna still kind of hold him to that because that was his thing. You were touching and rubbing shoulders with celebrities and all of this. You were a hot name in the industry. So yeah, that's a little different to me.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, listen, that was Trapped in the Timeline, episode 16. Your personality isn't yours anymore, or is it? Go ahead, tap in, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. I'm Half.
And I'm Dre.
and we'll catch you on the next one.
We out of here.